What's happening, guys? This is James Blonde from MMOHut.com with a quick weekly recap for MMO news and announcements for the week ending June 3rd, 2013. Now, the first bit of news features a content update for Scarlet Blade, which brings with it a raised level cap, new gear, and several new areas to explore. Commanders can now bring their Arcana to level 34, guiding them through a brand new zone of Barbaron. Go figure. The new map features quests and monsters suitable for Arcana level 30 and above, making it the next natural destination in this content update. Intrepid groups can also head underground to the new Subterranean Factory, a dungeon designed for high-level Arcana crawling with hard-hitting monsters and 4 epic new bosses. There's also been several new updates to the PvP scene in the game. The new update introduced a new open-world PvP zone designed to hold hundreds of players. All this and more is available to players now, but the video playing in the background is not actually reflecting the update, which is surprising because I haven't seen any new trailers for Scarlet Blade in a good while. Anyway, next up, InnoGames updated the 3D action game Cartuga with improvements coming directly from community feedback. New features such as a daily reward system called Win of the Day has been introduced, giving players a significant increase in the winning bounty of their first win of the day. Incorporate this system several days in a row and you exponentially increase your rewards. Seeing that the game is highly focused around PvP, InnoGames has also further improved PvP matchmaking, which were some of the bigger concerns in the community. But overall, the feedback from the game's closed beta tests have been extremely positive. Earlier last week, Warner Bros. Entertainment and Turbine introduced Cyborg as the latest champion spotlight for Infinite Crisis. Cyborg is ideal class for ranged DPS players that like to be rewarded for positioning and outthinking their foes. But that's not the only thing happening with Warner Bros. Turbine and Infinite Crisis. Last Thursday, a partnership was announced to introduce Infinite Crisis to the competitive gaming universe. Oh great, that's just one more universe we have to deal with here. Through the partnership with MLG, the game will get introduced to the esports community, develop competitive settings, feature competitive play on MLG Play, and ultimately include the game at MLG Pro Circuit competitions. That's actually pretty interesting, seeing that the game is barely in closed beta. And with that, it looks like they plan to have a competitive live stream set up at E3 to kick off the partnership. Well, the updates seem to be flying out for Microvolts. A week or two ago we had Pirates, and this time we have Pirates versus Ninjas. So new ninja-themed parts are emerging from the smoke, which is strange because the gear I see here looks a little bit more like samurai gear. Oh well. The new update is set up very similar to the updates in the past, whereas they have themed parts and costumes that do damage, along with having other themed parts that counter that damage. Talk about a workaround and balance issues. These updates are typically small, but they're updates nonetheless. Just one day after the launch of Open Beta, Infernum releases 2 new trailers for Dragon's Prophet, the first of which tours the dangerous frontier world of Ladus, where pirates, politics, and faithful prophecy threaten the stability of its society. The second video makes Ladus look pleasant in comparison. It shows the borderline dystopian lands of Satuma, and some of the enemies that players get to face. Each of the new trailers shows off various elements in the games that most players haven't seen before their chance at the Open Beta that launched May 30th. A new dungeon was revealed for the Aurora world last week. Starting now, players will face a new challenge to conquer the dangerously difficult new Invisible Dungeon. Well, no duh, it's invisible. No wonder it's difficult. The new trailer playing in the background shows off a bit of the new dungeon, filled with mystery and intrigue, and as the story goes, legend speaks of a once beautiful woman whose arrogance and jealousy led her to the path of evil. Yeah, that'll do it. So the gods punish her by transforming her into a hideous creature which only angered her more. And alas, she went dormant, contemplating her revenge, and now she's awakened, and players must prepare themselves for what players with girlfriends know as that time of the month. The second to last announcement in this short week of news is the launch of patch 1.2 called the Vault Unsealed for City of Steam. With the launch of their second server, Mechanist Games have servers up and running with a new patch featuring the return of the elves, an entirely new content hub called the Vault with plenty of new quests and dungeons included, increased the level cap to 32 and added Paragon mode, which is a max level hard mode boss raid. And on top of all these new changes, MMOHut is also setting you up with several items in celebration of the launch of the second server, so head over to the giveaway section to pick up a key. Halfway through its open beta, Path of Exile launched its 9th major patch several days ago. The new patch contains 4-month leagues with special rules, exclusive challenges with prizes, major balance changes relating to monster damage and player life values, the introduction of item allocation options, mini health bars, and a new currency item among many more changes and improvements. The most prominent new feature is the 4-month Onslaught and Anarchy leagues that have their own properties, making them distinct from default and hardcore leagues. These leagues contain slightly different items and some items that are not available. The Anarchy League is based around encountering AI exiles who use skills and items that are typically available to player characters. Difficult? Yes. The nice thing is that you get to take the gear used against you if you're lucky enough to win the fight. The Onslaught League, on the other hand, is designed for players who found Hardcore League way too easy. I don't see how that's possible, but it features monsters with increased attack, cast, and movement speed. Both new leagues sound impressive and exciting, especially for players looking for a true challenge. The update is live now, but the new leagues start on June 8th. Anyways, guys, that's about it for MMO news and announcements for the week ending June 3rd, 2013. Like always, if you're looking for more information about the news featured in this week's news recap, check the description below, then head over to MMOHut.com/news. Feel free to discuss the news in the comments below, or head over to MMOHut.com/forums. Thanks for watching. Until next time, guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm James Blonde. See you out there, game.